arcade action.
You can't do this on Nintendo Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis does.
16-bit arcade hits.
You can't do this on Nintendo Genesis does.
What Nintendo don't? The 16-bit Genesis system by Sega. Genesis does it all.
Genesis does it all. What's happening, everybody? It's Retro Renegades Tuesday.
Woo!
What do we do on Tuesday? What do we do on Tuesdays, guys? We drink beer.
Beer!
We hang with buds, and we don't give a
Flying
fuck. Oh, so Flamish wants to do an introduction to his something. We promise it's not a dick pic. But we're gonna do a drum. We're gonna do a drum roll, and he's going to reveal it. Ready, Flamish?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the drum roll. Okay, reveal.
Boom, bitches.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Woo! Woohoo! Hell yeah!
Oh, that's nice.
That son of a bitch looks like it wants to eat my mother.
He just went there. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Damn right. Oh, when did Crispy show up? How's it going, Crispy, brother?
Just now.
Pulled in.
Just now, like literally. I thought I lost my wallet. That's the only reason why I'm late. And then I
no,
looked
that's a bad feeling to have.
You looked in your
The drum roll was for him.
So
Yeah,
it's funny.
you looked in your girl's back pocket of her jeans, and there it was.
Pulled the 20s out of her purse. She was
Here's the funniest shit. I'm looking for it in the store. You know, I'm like, where did it fall out of my pocket? So I started driving away. I'm like, I didn't check the roof of my damn truck.
Oh,
I fucking
shit.
pull over, and fucking sure enough, the damn thing's sitting on my roof. I was like, man, it's good I stopped and thought of that. I was like, oh shit, that shit would have been all over the fucking road.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Damn.
Vogelskrieg says that there is an echo.
Yeah, I'm
What
trying
the
to
hell?
listen.
Of course there's an echo, because we want things to go smoothly. Let's see if I can fix this quickly. Not sure even what I'm supposed to be doing to fix this, but I'm going to go in and change a couple things here.
I don't hear an echo though.
I was gonna say I'm not hearing an echo in the stream.
Hey, you're watching the live stream?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm
No,
gonna-
there's no echo. Are you still Vogel? Do you have it 2 times open or something?
I don't really hear it either, Jay. I was just listening.
There's no echo, man.
No echo, so I don't have to make any changes?
No, I don't hear anything.
I didn't hear one.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry if no echo here. Crazy Creek
Yeah.
dude.
Crazy
Okay.
said and Dragon say none. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
or
if it continues, I'm not sure if
yeah.
we can fix it on this end, because it might not be happening on our end. Apologize. So, guys, I'm just going to let you guys know what we're going to be playing tonight. So, we're going to start off with a Rocket Knight Adventure. So, this game was first released on the Sega Genesis. Not sure what year, probably 94 or something like 93, 94, something like that. And this is a remake. This is all done in 3D too. The graphics are really awesome. It's based on, I think the series was called Awesome Possum, maybe?
It sounds familiar, Jay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
it's Rocket Knight Adventure. So you're basically like a possum dude in a rocket outfit. And it's a platformer. And it's fucking cool. So we're playing it.
Cool.
That's the way it
Never
works.
seen this game, so it's interesting.
But before we start, ready?
ready.
Hey.
Beer.
Get your beers out, motherfuckers.
I got one too. Hold on.
Well,
Yeah.
Natty daddy.
I'm gonna have to get some candy soda.
Oh god, it tastes like ass the first week. Woo.
Oh yeah, by the
Yeah.
way, guys, I can only stay for like an hour because I have to work early.
We understand.
Oh yeah.
So
we appreciate you even coming, brother, really.
oh, that's like the most important part. I still want to be there, just not for long.
It's all good, brother.
Yep.
Totally understand.
All good.
So what's everyone been doing this week?
Trying to stay cool.
Working.
It was been hot,
Work.
hasn't it?
It's been cold for me up here. We've had like
Really?
60 70-degree weather, man. It's been great.
Oh
Today-
yeah, it's been about 70
Dude,
here.
it's so fucking hot here.
Today was like yesterday was like 62 for a high because it was raining all day, and then today it was like in the 60s.
It's been in the 90s here.
Well, next week it's supposed to be in the 90s, starting like it's supposed to get to the mid
Womp.
80s Saturday, Sunday maybe, and then 90. Like I saw this morning, it was going to be in the 90s all next week. I was like, great.
Do you know what I hate about bus driving like all the time? What I'm doing as a job, it's like when you drive the bus all the time, you get like the sun on your pants and you have like black pants.
Oh
so it
yeah.
just
Oh,
burns.
fuck yeah, it gets so hot.
Wait a second. What did you say is in your pants?
An anaconda.
Holy shit! Crazy Greek Dude said I've gone 32 years no AC. What the fuck? Wow.
Damn.
You are more magical than Flamish's dragon.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's amazing.
I can
Maybe
imagine
I should
that.
I
get
turned
some of
AC
these
on at like
ones.
70 degrees.
No, it's 95 right now. So today, see, I can't do the conversion between Celsius and Fahrenheit.
It's hard.
But
It's
it was
hard, Jay.
30
I think you add 13 divide by 9 or something
Okay,
like
well
that.
it was 33 degrees today on
Damn,
my deck.
it was freezing there, Jay.
No.
33 degrees, that's around
Changes to
95.
35 degrees.
No, but seriously, what's 30?
Celsius.
What's
95 degrees
degrees
Fahrenheit
is
is
a
35 degrees
95,
Okay,
Celsius.
so it was close to 95, I guess.
95.
Yeah, for me it's the same over here in Belgium, so
Do you guys use Celsius or Fahrenheit in Belgium?
Celsius.
Celsius, yeah.
We
I
have
think-
the
I think everywhere uses Celsius, but the United States.
The United States.
yeah, you have to be special motherfuckers, you know.
Yeah, we got to have our own.
It's like the
Yeah.
metric system. We're the only ones really that use it. Because what does everybody else use again?
I'd rather use the metric system.
Yeah, me too. But that's because we're used
Also,
to it.
what I hate a lot about your countries, like you use inches,
Yeah.
feet,
Feet,
or
inches, yeah.
we
Yeah.
have like
Yard.
centimeters, kilometers. Also per hour, you use miles.
Wait a second, you said we use feet and inches. Are we talking about penises again?
No, that's your fetish.
Bilbo sticks.
Yeah, Crazy Greek used to ask Alexa, she's quick in conversion. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's just something they set up way back in the day before I was born. You know, United States got to stand out.
Yeah.
And do you
They
guys
thought
have
they were
the
being
same
all much
problem
better.
about the weather? Do you guys have the same problem that when you watch the weather report, it's always wrong?
Oh yes, that's everywhere.
yeah.
Those
It's
fuckers
gotta be
are
wrong.
Never right.
Those fuckers just got to look out the window once in a while. They'll tell you the temperature that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you got 4 or 5 local stations, they just add all the numbers up, get an average, and then add
I
one.
think it's a popularity contest for them. They think that they'll be liked more if they say the weather's going to be like better than it really
The
is.
weather, telling or trying to predict the weather is all a guessing game. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Based on the past. That's all.
Like
it is.
I get there's a such thing as a barometer. And I get that it gives you a little bit more of an accurate idea, but it can't be 100%.
No, it's not.
Because sometimes they'll say, oh, there's going to be like an 80% chance of rain,
And
the
get
fucking-
nothing.
and the fucking sun's out.
Yeah. Of course, it's a lot better now than it was 50 years ago, but I mean, it's still just a guessing game.
Yeah.
It's always been a guessing game, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Just knowing what the patterns.
Yeah, it's just
previous
running
years.
computer models,
Yeah.
and then it's whatever the models are telling you. You just report what it's telling you. So, computer says it's going to be fucking rainy. It's not my fault if it snows. The fucking computer told me.
Yeah.
Supposed to be smart and shit.
We have to give a shout out to Supersonic because he was having some health issues, and that's one of the reasons why he's not here.
Yeah.
So
I was wondering what was that, but I remember him saying that in the DM.
So let's, I'm not a religious person, so I'm not gonna say I'm gonna pray for you, but I'm thinking about you, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
we all are.
we still have Super with us anyway.
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course. Right in doubt.
Oh yeah.
I
Where's he
love
at?
Game Pass. Fuck yeah, Game Pass.
That's the super we know.
Yes.
Will not shut up about how much he loves that fucking Game Pass.
Such a Game Pass hugger.
He's a Game Pass whore.
Does anybody know what he thinks about The Last of Us 2?
The Last of Us 2 is overrated.
There you got it, folks.
You heard it
The
here.
mouth of the
You
man
heard it from
himself.
Super Pony himself.
Yeah.
I thought you were being serious, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, he's all aboard that.
Yeah. Hey, Phil, where's the VR? Super wants to know. You promised him something.
Well,
He's waiting.
I
Please
don't think
deliver.
VR will
Please
come
shut
for
up.
a very long time on Xbox.
I think, what if, okay, get this. What if Microsoft is not making any statements about VR because they're leaving it up to third-party developers to actually create it, and therefore they can't really have a say in it, but they will support it. You know what I mean?
I hope so. I hope so. I would just like I would find it so enjoyable that I can use my PSVR on my Xbox.
Listen, I'd be happy if I can use my Oculus Quest on my
on you.
Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be
That would be the better thing.
I
that would
wouldn't
be
even.
the
have enough
case
of this.
scenario.
I
I mean,
wouldn't
they
even.
partnered with Oculus already because they have the controller that.
That's
they,
true.
the first one, then they box it with the controller for the Xbox. The first
360,
release.
360 controllers that did. You talking about like the initial?
Yeah, when they initially
Yeah.
launched it, they
Yeah.
launched it with the Xbox controller.
Me personally, though, I want them to, let's get some games first and then worry about that stuff.
Oh,
You know what I mean? We got all these devs. I don't want any of them right now making any VR stuff, even if it was like in the closet, like all of a sudden they're gonna announce it. I want high quality games, and I want them on Game Pass.
Well, like the Rogue Squadron thing, it's going to be on PSVR and PC. I mean,
Exactly.
you could get that on. You could get it on that PC version on your Xbox. You could just use, if they had a PS or had a VR headset, you could just play it on your Xbox Series X.
Yeah, just plug and play.
Yeah, I do want to say, like, when you talk about Microsoft and they have like different divisions and like the VR division and with mixed reality and stuff, that's like a whole different division. So it's apart from the games. So it's not because they're not making like VR possibility or stuff like that that the game's gonna be held back.
Well, I wasn't gonna get that. I mean, Rogue Squadron, it is what it is, but I wasn't really gonna get it until they said it was gonna be compatible with VR. So I'm most definitely gonna pick that up on PlayStation, so I can play it in VR.
Right.
Because if you played that X-wing, that Star Wars X-wing mission from Battlefront 1, that's
No, that's
fucking
good.
It's a
amazing.
That's
ball.
fun.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, it
I
was.
almost threw up.
Oh, really?
Speaking of PlayStation, anybody see the side view of that damn fucking monster?
The pregnant
Yeah.
version?
It's pregnant. It's pregnant.
That thing is freaking huge. It's good.
It's
Like
pregnant.
literally,
I was cracking up last night when I heard you say that. Pregnant.
it dwarfs my cable box, and my cable box is not small. Let me tell you.
What you mean? What? When I said it was pregnant?
When you said it last night on
yeah.
Game Dosage, like it's pregnant. I started cracking the fuck up.
Like,
Everybody's
dude,
staring at me.
why do you
What's
think
so
why do you think I had to change my avatar to be the one climbing the PS5 now? Because the PS5 is a bigger freaking tower.
But Jay, you should make the flaps on the top way bigger because they're way too small.
Well, that's what the fuck it looks like. It looks like it was cause it looks like it was an add-on last minute. So they shoved it at the bottom and it looks like a fucking pregnancy bump.
It's true.
But I mean, that's what I'm getting. But still, it looks weird. It does look weird.
It looks like something from the future, I would say. Yeah. So
It looks like it belongs in Star Trek. There we go, Jago. All right.
Yeah. I heard you said that on Xbox podcast Saturday, I think.
Yeah, dude. It looks cool, but it doesn't seem. I mean, what's with the stand? Like, you need the stand to place it both ways.
You need a stand to make it level if you lay it down, and you need a stand if you stand it up.
And
It doesn't
that's
mean
the
there
thing,
will be
right?
a
It's
notch.
okay. It's okay to look cool, but if it's not practical, what's the point?
I'm thinking though, if it does need the stand to be on the side, does it just stand on there? Is there a notch that you can like hook it up to the stand on the side? Because
Yeah, there's
it would
gotta
be
be.
weird to just like if it doesn't level right, it will level right. Of course, but-
If it don't hook into the bottom of the console, it'll end up rocking. That's what you're asking. Yeah.
that's what I mean.
That's got to be a slot for it, because if it don't, that's gonna be stupid as hell.
You're gonna have scratch discs. You're gonna have all kinds of
Yeah.
shit.
That's my problem. I always have to lay my consoles the same way horizontally with the disk drive, or it just does not work well.
Yeah, I've never stood a console up. I mean,
I haven't either.
I grew up.
I do.
grew up,
I do in my living room. That's all.
Well, I grew up with consoles laying down, and that's the way I rock with them. Yep, like I always like. I mean, like I've got the stand that came with the Scorpio edition, and I got the stand that came with the Gears 4 S, and I've never used them.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
For me, like my setup for my TV is like perfectly placed. So I got like this cabinet on the bottom under my TV, and
Yeah.
it's like a stave in the middle, and then I got like 2 open spaces. So one for Xbox, one for PlayStation. So it's perfect for me. So.
Oh, I want
Not
to
sure,
just say hi to Yobi.
Yobi!
Thank you, Yobi. Yobi told me that I was live on Mixer for 3 days for some reason. Probably due to all the testing I was doing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about. Yeah, I saw that tweet.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I saw you live on Mixer too. And I went and clicked on it, and then they said you were offline.
Yeah, that's what it was doing for me too.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't get it. It all has to do with Restream. Like, Restream has just been very, very strange recently.
Yummy.
That was well brought up.
Tasty.
Bring it back up. We'll vote on it.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Gears S is on the stand in the living room. Oh,
Yeah, crazy great dude. Gears S is on the stand in the living room when it was in my room. He had it laying down.
also I was amazed. I looked at this video earlier. There's only 3 like consoles from Xbox One editions that are like custom made.
Right.
That's so low.
Yeah, there's not very many of them.
Yeah, but you see the detail they put into most of them. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
You talking about the custom Xbox consoles?
Unless it's the Battlefield
The
one.
mic.
That was pretty plain.
Yeah.
Battlefield, you had I think the Forza one that was like basically blue
Yeah,
for the most part.
yeah.
The Minecraft one with the redstone.
Yeah.
I don't like
one was
Minecraft,
cool.
but the Minecraft one was cool.
Yeah.
He
it
was-
was-
I always like the Taco Bell one, like the dings and stuff. Those are always.
Oh yeah. I forgot about those. Yeah. I don't know. I've bought plenty enough special edition consoles this generation. I bought that what was it? The Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. They had the 1 terabyte hard drive in it, like a year after, like in 2014 or whatever the fuck it was when it came out. And that was $500, and then I bought the Gears S. That was whatever the fuck it was, $400 or $500. And then I've got the Scorpio edition. I bought
They-
those consoles.
They had the right idea with that Gears 4S with the 2 terabyte, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what I bought.
never filled that, dude.
That's
Never did.
why I bought it, because it had. It was Gears for one, but then it had a 2 terabyte hard drive in it. I was like, yeah, that's
Like,
taking it.
honestly, guys, like, I've got a 4 terabyte external in my living room on one of my X's. I've never filled it.
you haven't filled mine either.
I mean, and I've got 500 games. I just don't load them all at one time.
Yeah.
I've got
for me, it's the
I've got 6 terabytes plus the internal on my Scorpio edition, and they're both almost full.
Hey, Rosie, what's
I'm a
happening?
one-done kind of guy. If I play it, I beat it, it's off. I don't go back to it.
I should do that, but I just don't. Because I'm like, well, I might want to play this game again, or if it's
Same thing I do.
multiplayer, I'm like, because I don't want to have to reinstall this shit.
Same way. I'm
Just-
afraid I want to go
just
back
play
to
another
it.
game and install it while you're playing another game.
For me, it's my internet is so good. I don't even worry about reinstalling. It's like 20 minutes and like a 60 gigabyte game is downloaded. So I've like no issues with that. So I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Well, over
Like I
here in
said,
the States, we got better internet.
I don't load them all at one time. But I definitely have about 100 games installed at one time, at all times.
Yeah, I think I have like 150. Mostly small games though.
Holy shit.
Anybody download the demo for Grounded to say? Being a part of the.
No.
I haven't.
No. It gives you like 30 minutes playtime each time you go through it.
Okay. I'm gonna
It's not
try.
bad. It's like Ark. I think Jess said it on Twitter. It's a lot like Ark. You grab a bunch of resources, you make your weapons.
Is that grounded game not on PC, the demo?
No, it's just on Xbox. Or if you're part of the Insider program, you can play the demo.
I learned my lesson
Yeah,
on the
I don't
Insider
go on the Inside
Yeah, I hear you
program.
there.
man.
There you go.
You can be a part of the Insider program and not update the new dashboard or anything, and still be part of it.
And once that shit bricked one of my consoles, I was like, oh, I'm out. Nope.
Yeah, you can be a part of the Insider program now, not have to have the dash up and not have the updates. They just give you surveys and stuff and ask you questions, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to download anything.
So it's basically sort of there is this game called on PC called Tug, and it's like the same basic principle.
Yeah,
Only
those
you're
are
not-
got right. You just don't have to. You did the preview. You just don't have to do the console updates. So
All right, everybody behave. My girlfriend's in chat.
Which one?
Oh, now you need to be.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Is it the same one as last week? Or?
Yeah, there's the other one.
That's fucked up.
Is it the one with the kid or without the kid?
I'll be the good one here and say welcome.
Well, listen, I have mad respect for your girlfriend because she kicks ass in Mortal Kombat.
That's what I hear.
I'm calling
Yeah.
her. I'm calling her Stranger Danger in chat.
Stranger danger.
I call her Stranger Danger if I have to fight her on Mortal Kombat. I see her, I was like, ah, shit, I gotta fight her.
Oh, my internet's
danger.
going out. Yep, internet. Yep.
Can we not just call her Danger because she is the
Wait a second, maybe her middle name is Danger.
Danger.
It's like the longer I'm with her, the more I realize it probably is.
No, she's pretty good with Jade.
Mm.
She's practicing. She's good now, but she keeps at it. She's fucking she'll be terror.
You know who's grown on me? Baraka. Baraka has
Baraka?
grown
Yeah.
on me. Yeah, dude. I got it.
because of me? Because I showed you how to kick ass?
Oh yeah, it's all you, Flamish. There you go.
Dude, that guy is so like.
Like grown
Dude, he's the best
grown on
version
you
of
like a
Baraka.
turban?
He is the best version of Baraka, bar none. Like he is so ruthless in that game.
Oh yeah, I agree. He's the best version of Baraka. I mean, I've not played with him a bunch, but he is the best version of Baraka. It's just like I said, that's the best Shang Tsung we've ever seen. There's a lot of I'm not a huge fan of Kano, but he's probably the best version of Kano I've ever seen.
Well,
Yeah.
they
Deadly,
they've definitely looked at what people thought was annoying about some of the characters from the older games, and they fixed it. Because I used to think some of those characters were annoying as hell, especially in MK10 and MK9.
Oh Jay, no! Don't
But I could see why people are getting a little off put from MK10 to 11 because 11 feels more like you got the gun to each other's head and you're like, okay, who's gonna pull the trigger? And MK10 you could kind of just button mash your way through and not have to block really a lot, and they do both play totally different,
Yeah.
which I was kind of impressed with more myself because I am better at 10, but I enjoy 11 more because it feels like a duel.
Because it's like a waiting game sometimes. It's more strategic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want to say the button mashing in 10 was way better for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, because I don't really go like I know some people will sit there and just have the computer player standing there and you just keep doing all these moves until you learn them. I don't do that shit. Like I learn them on the fly. So like this has been much more difficult than 10. Like 10 I could pick it up and basically find like 5-6 combos immediately and string them together. You know what I mean? But 11 it's like you got to have certain things going for you. You still have to have your bars filled up, the defense and the offense. You know what I'm saying? If you want to string some good combos, it's either that or you got to be smart about it and know when to uppercut and know when to grab and stuff like that.
Or know when to throw you using Ermac's ability.
I got a question about it. So, guys, if you would,
10. I'm sorry, go ahead.
if you would choose, like you have the Like in Kill Instinct, you have the ability to, like when you button mash, you actually basically do combos.
Oh, you can button mash the shit out of some combos in Killer Instinct because the way they set up the combo
Yeah.
tree.
Do you think
Yeah,
something
system.
like that would possibly like work in Mortal Kombat as well?
Oh yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
back into
10 was pretty darn close to that. I mean,
Yeah, I do want to say that.
I
Yeah.
played 10 for a while, and then my son started playing against me and then kicked my ass, and I haven't picked it up since.
You remember Mortal Kombat 3 in the run button and the combos you had in that? I mean,
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that was fucking. I love that. One of my favorite characters in 3 was Sub-Zero. He had his fucking kick ass. I don't remember.
Man, there were so many characters in that game. I just incredible amount. I still want to see Stryker again. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's one we haven't seen in a long time. Well, if you saw that interview, I don't remember where the fuck I heard it. It might have been on the podcast, but or read it. Ed Boon was talking about they just, they judge how long characters been gone and then who people want to see. It all depends on who they bring back. And Stryker's been gone for a long time, so it's time for him to return.
I agree.
I would love Goro. He should be updated.
He was in 10.
No.
So I don't know. And then, in 11 he's dead in his throne room. So.
Well,
Yeah,
you got Shiva now. I mean,
I never understood how they justified who dies and who doesn't in Mortal Kombat when nobody really should die.
Well,
There is a writing, like there are people that write the story and stuff, so I guess they choose who dies.
Well, like Gordo's dead in his throne room in 11, but he'll be back in another game. You know that.
Oh yeah, probably Chang Tsung like brings him back to
Bring
life.
him back, yeah.
Okay,
Maybe it
somebody
becomes
answer me.
something.
Somebody answer me this. Maybe I missed it. So I played through the DLC.
What of Aftermath?
Yeah,
No spoilers.
thoroughly enjoyed it. But
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
good.
there was supposed to be some kind of an introduction to RoboCop.
He's not. He wasn't. He was never part of the story.
See, I thought he was supposed to be. I thought he was supposed to be part of the Aftermath story.
Well, the way they first announced or showed the Aftermath trailer, and because they showed RoboCop's intro at the end, and he comes in, it looked like he was going to be, but no, they said he was never going to be part of the story.
Thanks a lot, Infinite. You didn't have to do that, brother. You're on the show, man. You're on the
Oh,
show.
yeah.
That's
But I
awesome,
appreciate it.
Infinite. But the story of the Aftermath story is fucking. I mean, it's not very long, but it's fucking
No.
amazing.
But it's
And
awesome.
actually, also
Yeah.
back says with 2012, it doesn't matter who they kill off now,
No.
because they can't just bring them back.
That's why I said Gordo will be back. He was in 10. He'll be back.
I
You
still
know-
need to buy the Aftermath DLC though. There's like so many games.
Dude, I could have bought that or that fucking what's that shark game that came out? That was raving
Oh,
about.
Man-Eater?
The shark
Man
attack.
Eater?
No.
I could have bought that or Man Eater. I'm Mortal Kombat all the way. And 40
Dude.
bucks is expensive, and I never do that. But I love this Mortal Kombat so much. I said,
Well, me
fuck it.
too.
yeah, me too. I never do that
$40
either.
for a game that looks almost the same like those other games where you eat stuff and just grow bigger, that
Yeah.
you can play online for free. I
It
feel,
may be fun, but it ain't worth 40 bucks to me.
dude, just go to there's this game on the IO on PC. Like, do you know the IO games where you just die and start over? Just like this game where you need to eat people online, and you grow into a different animal.
Yeah,
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
And there's also a phone game with the shark where you grow up, you get stronger. You
Yeah,
get,
that's
like,
exactly what it's like. It's like a game on the phone.
Yeah.
Spend a long time back
Yeah,
there.
I won't paying 40 bucks for that.
Wait a second.
It's not
we
even
started
that
talking
high
about video
quality.
games. We talking about video games. All I hear was you eat something and you get bigger. I don't know. That sounds like a Saturday night to me.
You have to ask my old lady about that. I couldn't tell you.
But Mortal Kombat in general, I'm a little concerned with this WB sale that they're supposedly going on.
Yeah.
WB sale?
AT&T is selling off the gaming division trying to or something because they're fucking
Oh
hurt.
yeah, of course.
But the fucked up part about it is they're selling the studios, but they're not selling the IP or something like that, right? They want to.
Yeah, because they can still, dude. If you sell the IP, you cannot make money. You cannot license it out. So they still want to have the licensing going out to other companies, so they can get the money still from it.
Techno Fabulous just subscribed. It took you long enough, buddy.
John Place, what's up, brother?
John, took you long enough, buddy. You know, I feel bad. John didn't like me for a very long time, I think, because I was associated with a couple douchebags.
I wonder who that could be.
So I'm glad that we're now buds, because he's a cool guy.
Oh yeah.
Even though he's primarily PlayStation, I still like him.
I can't hate on him. I like PlayStation too. Just it's not my primary console.
I just want, you know what?
Bug snacks. There you go.
I just wish I owned one.
It's not bug snacks. It's butt snacks.
Also, I'm more disappointed in what they're gonna do with Miles Morales. I think it's not gonna be a full game.
I'm not buying that either. That's $40. I've already played Spider-Man. Me and Super were talking about this. I'm not buying that.
It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same game, just a different character and a different story.
Yep. It's gonna be.
Both of them DLC, just to have something at launch.
Okay, I'm gonna admit something. I don't know a lot about the Miles Morales character and his list of villains, but I'm assuming they're the same villains but different skins.
I mean, he's
No. I think that's not gonna be the thing. It's not gonna be like different skins, but like the moveset is different from Morales because he can go
But he's got his
invisible.
own. He's got his own comic and everything, right?
He's
got his own powers.
But
He's got his own powers.
that's my question. Like, but does he live in the same universe as Peter Parker?
Yeah.
He does.
He's basically just from a different dimension.
Yeah,
so
that's what
when
I
you
thought.
watch,
And I thought he might have had different villains. Or...
just watch the movie. It's really good. I swear.
Into the Spider-Verse. I did watch that.
Yeah. He's in there. Remember?
That's right.
That's the main
but
character
that
from
was
the
a
movie.
a game that was all about different dimensions, right?
Yeah, but that is Miles Morales, the main character.
But that's my so that's what I'm trying to get at is like, does Miles Morales have his own?
He has his own
Green Goblin. Does he have his own Green Goblin?
He has his own villains. Yes.
Yeah, but it's gonna feel the same. The game is gonna feel like the swing is gonna feel the same. It's gonna basically just different.
You know it was made on the PS4. You know that.
Yeah.
And they reused the assets from the Spider-Man from 2018.
Well,
you know
of course
that.
they did. That would be smart to do.
Yeah, they could. That's
There's
why
no other way they could have built an entire game in less than 2 years.
In 2 years. No.
That's why I'm not buying it. I was telling Super, I was like, "Well, Peter Parker's my favorite, and the Spider-Man I know the most about anyway." I said Peter Parker's my Spider-Man. I mean, Miles, I know a little bit about him, but I could give a shit to pay $40 for a DLC, basically a DLC. People, it's a standalone. Okay, whatever. That's what they said. Okay, I got you. But it's built and it's using the same asset, reusing the same assets as for Spider-Man 2018. And he said he's going to have his own story, and he has his few different abilities over the different Peter Parker. But I could give a shit. I'm not paying $40 for that. That's almost a fucking brand new game, like a whole game. No.
I agree. Oh, just want to say hi to Invaders in the chat. Back from the Dead's in the chat. Who else have I missed here? Did I say hi to Rosie?
I don't know. Rosie was in the chat earlier.
Yeah, Rosie was in the chat. And
yeah, somewhere.
There was a couple others. If I missed you, and we just talked about Stranger Danger.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, that's the first show I caught last night in months.
The what?
Four Guys with Quarters. It's the first show I caught last night. It was months.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
They're looking good. I was helping Invader out with his clowns. I was helping clowns out with his interface. So they're looking really sweet.
The only thing that sucks about Four Guys with Quarters, it always happens when I'm still at work.
Guys, I got an update about something. So I talked to some devs on a game they're working on. That's like, I think it's gonna release this summer. and I'm gonna work on some content on there. So if you wanna have like one of the first people to actually talk about that, except for the big YouTubers, of course. You can on a game where there's an NDA, so I cannot talk about what game exactly. But, if you want to have a sneak peek later on.
I like sneak peeks, especially on a Saturday
Right,
night.
especially when I don't got paid for it.
But it's not gonna
Who's
be
wearing a dress? No.
Yes.
Nah, I can't tell.
You can't talk when you bring it up. Shame. That's such a tease.
Yep, that's a tease.
I want to tell more, but I can't.
Yeah, that's like your girlfriend saying that she's wearing no underwear and doesn't show you.
Yeah, and she's like, well, I'm gonna go home.
And here she is wearing those underwear that has no painting lines on them. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I basically mean, I just started my channel on YouTube, made a video that I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, because I'm a little bit of an identity crisis with it. So I'm still looking like, what am I going to do with my own channel?
What am I gonna do with my life? I tell you what, you're gonna
What
rock.
now? Just get the Wheel of Wonder.
The Wheel of Wonder.
That's a necessity.
Dude, I need like challenges or something. I'm not sure.
There's so many people on YouTube, Flamish. It's hard to stand apart. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many people.
Yeah, I know, but I do have my own personality, and I'm the happy gamer. I will always call myself the happy gamer.
You said this game's on the Genesis? Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
looks
was a
really good.
Okay, not this version. This is the updated version.
This was from 2010.
Yeah, but the original version of this game was on Genesis.
Yeah.
This is
I mean,
like
that's
a
like
remake.
Donkey Kong Country is what that looked like to me back in the day. It probably doesn't look that good anymore, but
Oh yeah, back in the day when that came out, that looked so
like,
good.
so good.
It's like mind blowing. It's like
What,
holy
talking
shit.
about Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah.
That
That
was
game's
actually
gorgeous.
that was actually made on the same computers that they made the original Killer Instinct on, the Silicon Graphics computers back in the day. They used to make special effects like in Jurassic Park. That's why Killer Instinct and Donkey Kong Country looked so like amazing when we first saw it, because it was really revolutionary.
Well, it was.
Really revolutionary.
It looked like
for its time.
It looked like claymation.
But that's if you watch. Did you watch that Killer Instinct documentary?
No.
Oh my God, it's really good. It's really good. It's like an hour and 45 minutes, and that's how I knew that. I mean, I didn't even know that. They talk about that they made Donkey Kong Country and Killer Instinct using the same the Silicon Graphics computers that they used to make the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Right.
It's like holy shit. And I mean, those computers were expensive as hell, you know, and
Oh,
like
Silicon
way beyond
Graphics
their
back in
time.
the day. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why when you first saw Killer Instinct in arcade, it blew you the fuck away. You're like, what is this? How are they doing this? It's not claymation. It ain't that. So, I mean, what the fuck? That's why, I mean, once I saw Killer Instinct, I was like, the best fighting game ever. Just the music, too. They explained a lot of stuff. Like, you ever walk through an arcade and you'd hear them going, King Combo, or then you hear a bigger combo would be louder. And then, like the ultra, like you walk through a crowded arcade and you can still hear ultra combo, because they said like they wanted like higher level combos to get louder and louder. The more combos or the longer combo he went.
I guess. It's a cool way to do it. You know, that's how you get your That's how you get your popularity, by standing out.
Well, that's how they grab people in the arcade. Like, what is this game? Because no other arcades did it. No other arcade did that. I just hope we get another one of these days.
Oh my god, like, seriously, we've been waiting so long for a new version of Killer Instinct. I still need to get with you sometime so that you can show me how to really play the game, like, to its potential. Like, I can go in and just beat up a couple people, but I don't think I understand the logistics of what to do first to get the combos to go to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not hard, Jay. I have to get with you like on a weekend or something. You got an opener, and then you got a linker, then you get. It's not.
Are they just different buttons?
Well, I don't play it like I used to, but yeah, I mean, you got certain buttons or whatever moves that are considered openers, and then if you hit a different button right after that, is considered a linker, and it may be 3-4 hits by itself, like kind of like an auto combo. And then if you can link that with another special, and then you just you do that, you keep doing that. That's how you keep the combo going, and then you can just max it out and not finish it off, and not get like full damage or max damage, or you can do like another special move at the end and like cash it out and get like the full damage you should have got.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I understand.
Yeah, it's not. If I could just show you one day. Like I said, we'd have to do it like on a weekend or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and all characters are like that.
And I've got the deluxe edition, so I've got all the characters. So I just want to learn the game to its potential, so I can play it properly.
Well, you know I got all the characters. that was one of the games I got day one. Paid for, and then I went out and bought when they actually brought out a CD version. Remember when they brought out a physical copy?
Yeah,
I bought that. I bought that too. And
Thank
I
you,
got it.
Zanduzu, for following. I'm not sure what you're following on. Just want to say yes to Axel 1324. This is Rocket Knight Adventure, and they remastered it in 2010. Did you guys say?
Yeah, it was 2010 when you was on the title screen.
And I remember playing this on the Sega Genesis. That's hence the reason why I've got the Sega Genesis set up here. But yeah, when I saw this, it was on sale on the Xbox store for like $5. So I heard that it was like one of those games that was kind of a must-buy for the Sega Genesis. So I decided to get it, play it for you guys, see what you guys all think. Plus, I want to get through it. I like games like this. I like platformers.
Have you played? I don't know if you ever have, but did you ever play My Friend Pedro?
Yes, and
Okay.
Oh, dude.
I like that. I like that game a lot, but the controls I found a little bit hard with one hand.
One hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. With sticking the aim and then
Yeah,
shooting
that's
it
the
down
thing.
and jumping and running.
Yeah.
Dude, that game is hard with one hand.
Yeah. I can play a lot of games with one hand. And I can play it.
I can
But
see that.
But you know what?
Hey, Jay.
You know what stage kind of hurt me was when you're on the motorcycle trying to shoot all the things coming out of the trucks.
Yeah.
I found that hard because I'm trying to steer, I'm trying to
Yeah.
aim, and I'm trying to shoot all at the same time.
Not enough hand for one hand.
That's right. I gotta get my penis involved, I guess.
By the way, graphic, why not use like the adaptive Xbox
Yeah.
control
Well,
with
I mean,
big pads,
I
then
never.
use your feet.
I never tried that. And here's the funny thing. So I've got the adaptive controller, and
No.
I used to play a lot of Rock Band, so I've got Rock Band foot pedals. So I actually plugged one of the Rock Band foot pedals into the adaptive controller, and I was
Nice.
able to use that as a gas or a brake playing Forza. And it worked great.
Oh shit!
It worked really great.
That's a nice idea.
And I'm just thinking now that you say that, I have a lot of issues playing Batman Arkham Knight, the Batmobile stages where you're trying to shoot those tanks. I have a hard time. I have a hard time aiming, shooting, and moving all at the same time. But I'm thinking if I used the adaptive controller with the foot pedal, that might actually help me get through those stages.
You know what? Trips me out, Jay, is you are that damn good with Scorpion playing with one hand. I could never fucking use Scorpion anybody with one hand. I'm like, God, and I know you're over there playing with one
Yeah,
hand.
he's getting predictable though.
Oh, listen to Mr. Two Hands.
Damn.
Dude, I'm just a button masher. I'm never predictable.
Like honestly, like I've watched people play Scorpion, and they use these particular combos. And I can pull off those combos once in a while, but not on a consistent basis. Not with one hand. It's just really, really hard. So if I seem a little predictable, it's probably because I am. Mind you, I'll win a few matches. You know, I'm not terrible. So
You're not
Dude,
terrible
you're
at
ama-
all,
you're-
dude.
No, you're not
You're
terrible
just
at all,
amazing.
dude.
You're just amazing. I'm just teasing you, man. Like I would never like break something down. Like playing with one hand is just insane. There's like almost no one doing that.
I
No,
couldn't
you know what?
fucking do it.
You know what? But here's the thing: if I'm playing against people, I don't want to be treated differently. I don't want to be treated because I'm playing with one another.
And that's why when we do beat you, Jay, we finish you off.
That's right, damn right.
Yeah.
That's the way.
I thought you were supposed to finish everybody off, no matter what.
Well, that depends on if you can remember a finisher or something with the character you're playing as.
For me, he's getting that bukkake, man. He's getting that bukkake next time.
Oh, even your woman, Crispy, gave me a compliment there.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
But you know what?
She
But
knows.
Here's the thing, Danger. You've beaten everybody. I don't think I've beaten everybody yet. You know, like I think she's beaten everybody at least once or twice.
Oh yeah, she beat me. The noob, man.
I know she beat me.
I'll tell you, she saw how scary I am when I'm not drinking the beer.
You can focus better, Crispy.
Oh, I'm actually really I surprise myself when I don't have a few beers and then I start drinking more and more and then all of a sudden I get worse and worse. It's funny.
I'm gonna have to pick it up and play with you guys. That's enough.
Indy, I'll be honest. He asked me to prefer MKX over 11. I think I prefer 11 now over MKX, but that may be because I've just been playing more 11 than 10. But no, 11's really, I mean, as good as 10 was, 11 is like the icing on the cake that 10 was missing.
I agree.
11 reminds me of the old schoolness that I felt with new graphics.
Yeah.
And better like and a lot of people always say like, oh, you got the little ultimate that you get, you know, whenever, but you only get to use it once, and sometimes you just say, you know what, I'm gonna lose this match because at least I still have it, and you know they use it, and it's a lot of thought process, a lot of strategy compared to 10, because 10 felt more mashy. You know, I could literally like pull combos straight out of my ass.
Did you say mashy or did you say dazzy?
Dazzy.
Yeah, that's the new term for mashing buttons. That's fucking Daz, man. That guy can kill anyone with 2 moves.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, we all know Jago loves Shang Tsung with the freaking.
Hey. Fucking don't jump, bitch! Don't jump!
Man. You know who I miss from 10? I miss Kenshi. Kenshi was fucking nasty.
Oh yeah. Kenshi would have been damn good in 11. Yeah, Kenshi was good in 10.
Kenshi actually went perfect with 11. I'm surprised they didn't put him in there.
Yeah, me too.
He was part of the whole story in 10, wasn't he?
Yeah. As far as I remember, it's been a while, but yeah.
He was on the helicopter, I remember. Or was that 9? No, that was 10.
No, that was 10.
For 10, probably I'd say my 3 characters were Alien, Kenshi, and actually Reptile.
You know who one of my favorites was in 10?
Don't say Jason.
Jason.
Don't say Jason.
I love that because
oh
you
my
can
God,
tell
he was a tank. He was a tank.
You could teleport using his lake mist and then he had that armor like the Terminator does in this one.
I hated that.
Oh my God. Then he had that move where you could fuck up the other player's input command. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You remember that?
I was playing with Fred. Predator was good.
Predator, yeah, I like Predator too. I don't remember who was one of my favorites, regular characters. It's been so long since I played it. I remember trying to like Goro. He was okay, but like I said when we were playing Mortal Kombat a couple weeks ago, that she was actually, I like her better than Goro. I liked Scorpion, but he was very, you could bullshit some people with Scorpion,
hey,
as we all know.
Don't make fun of Scorpion.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you could bullshit some people, like with that uppercut sword and then the other thing. Like,
right.
Jay, can I give you a tip on the boss?
What's that?
You use the side charge to.
I can't. I don't think I can.
Yeah, you can.
Side charge? What side charge?
Like the angle charge to the top.
Okay, let me try that. I don't think I can.
Do his mask. Just do his mask.
Oh, I hated Leatherface. Your old lady said Leatherface is alright, but Jason's better.
I'm actually pretty good with Leatherface, even though he's mad annoying with his little scream, like whatever the fuck. It's
Whatever the
mad
fuck
annoying.
For me, the character I loved the most in Mortal Kombat 10 was actually Raiden. I really loved Raiden in the game.
He's one character I never got into.
Raiden in 11, I feel like I'm way better with. You know what I mean? Like, I've done like some good combos, but they're predictable at the same time. But I feel like that's probably the difference between MK11 and 10 is you have to be a little bit more predictable with 11. You know, at 10 you basically could, you know, find a way to do a different combo, but 11 you have to figure out the actual combo.
Dragon Wolf asked, what guest character would you have in MK? Well, I've got some cool ass guest characters so far. I can't complain. Other than
the only one, Ash.
Yeah, other than Ash.
Is coming.
And if you were gonna go into either realm, I swear to God, if MK did what they done before and had an Xbox character and a PlayStation character, for Xbox I would want freaking Scourge from freaking Gears of War 2. Scourge with the freaking the chainsaw fucking basically baton type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that would go perfect for this game. Like, because there's a lot of weapons. There's a lot. MK11's got a lot of like extra stuff that you wouldn't think would happen. It reminds me of like playing Soul Calibur back in the day, because Soul Calibur was the only game that had like a lot of weapons and, you know, like constantly like sword fighting almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Could you imagine if Microsoft was to buy WB and get the rights to use, you know, to make keep making Mortal Kombat games or whatever, and then them having like a Killer Instinct versus Mortal Kombat? That'd be fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, somebody was saying on one podcast I was watching, like, you could have the like MK12 be like, you know, multiplat, but then you have like a separate game like Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct as like you know, a freaking standalone you know, on the console only or on Game Pass, probably on PC. I mean, everybody keeps going with that. It's not really exclusive. It'll go on PC. Well, they want to make money. Sorry.
Did you say Game Pass?
Game Pass!
Curse you all! Curse you all!
Where's Sonic when you need him? I'm triggered. I could talk about fighting games all day long. I love them. And honestly, man, I hear all these people on podcasts talking about playing all these video games. I don't have time. I literally don't. Or I'll come home from work and I'm fucking tired. And I'm like, I want to go play something. Never mind, I'm gonna sleep in the fucking recliner.
That's how
I end up going to bed, dude. Like, I'd rather play with people. You know what I mean? I'd rather conversate, talk, and, you know, talk shit to each other, whatever. Like, it's more fun that way for me.
Yeah.
So, like, I that's why I kind of go to the multiplayer games, because I only have so much time. But even, like, I never played Rise. I downloaded that. It's a good game so far.
Rise what? Son of Rome?
Son of Rome, yeah.
Oh, that's an amazing game.
Oh, it's a great game.
Playing that only because Jago was talking about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm probably gonna check that game out.
It's a great
game.
game.
And I downloaded it and I played probably a good hour and a half. And I'm like, man, this game's actually really good. And I was like, why do people shit on it?
Because of the
repetitive
dismemberment. I'm like, I didn't care. I saw limbs and necks and everything getting chopped off. I loved every time it happened.
But I was like executing 3 people at the same time, dude. I was like, yo. And the only thing is the movement at times can be a little janky. You know what I'm saying? Like it can feel like you know, I didn't mean to do that type shit. Like, why are you doing that? Stop it. You know. But other than that, like. That, I mean, let's be honest, me being a gearhead and having executions, you know, and them giving me more and more executions, which I love, that, you know, when I'm constantly executing people in different ways or executing multiple people in different ways, that's a cool game to me. And like, I'm gonna go back into it. Like, I do those games more in like during the day, and then as night comes, like if I'm off, I'm like, you know what, let me play a single player game. Nobody's really on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I try these games out, and that game, I'm like, man, like this combat is not bad. Like, is it perfect?
Hell no,
No,
not at all.
No, it feels.
it's not perfect, but you know,
I thought it so well.
That was a launch game.
Launch title, yeah, for what it was, being a launch title, I thought it felt great.
And it still looks amazing in 2020.
Yeah,
I can imagine when a smart delivery comes involved on the Series X. Might look,
shit.
Frames per second, I think, is the biggest problem on that game.
yeah, I think it's got that 30, isn't it, Locks?
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like 15, but
Hey guys, I got a question. Do you really think there's gonna be like a 2 terabyte version of PlayStation 5? Because I don't think so.
I think so. I think Jago's right. I think I bet you the digital version, the SAT edition, is going to be a higher hard drive, and then the regular one's going to be a smaller.
Okay, but would their proprietary hard drive, okay, does that mean that they're going to be the same price?
Hell no.
Yeah,
I don't
they got
think
the
so.
Because the
price.
digital one's not going to have the hard drive, so you would think that maybe that would just it would equal out.
Yeah, but disk drives are pretty cheap compared to like storage.
Well, that's true too.
As we know.
So you think the disk drive? What do you think we're going to have a moment in time where the one with the disk drive is going to be cheaper?
I said it last night.
No, the other way.
I said it last night. I said the PS5 pregnant version. PS5 pregnant version is going to be $500, and the all digital one, if that's the one with more storage, which is supposed to be double, is going to be $100 more, $600.
I think we're backwards away.
Nah, dude. If you look like the all digital version of the series, the Xbox One S, was way cheaper than the normal.
Yes,
but it also doesn't have that same storage.
And the S version of the regular version when it came out.
Well, we're talking about SSD. That's a problem. Like we're talking about higher clocked SSD than.
We're talking a $100 to $200 hard drive that they're sticking in there.
Yeah, it costs a lot more.
Yes, that you can't even buy off the shelf for PC or anything right now.
So isn't this irony, real quick? Because in 2013, Xbox basically already saw this, and did marketed wrong because people weren't ready for it. And now PlayStation could possibly have a discless console at a higher price than the disc console. Is that a little weird? I'm just saying, it's a little weird for me.
It seems weird.
I heard that the Lockhart is also not gonna have a disc.
I believe that as well.
Yeah, I believe that.
I do too. I believe that.
Well, I mean, if it's actually okay, you can go to the hypothetical that the Series S is the Series X without a disk drive.
No, it's gonna be weaker.
Supposedly, remember, it's 4 teraflops.
Yeah, that's what like the guy with Rand, he knows like all that stuff, the leaks.
That's what dealer has been saying, preaching that for like the past year. He said it's
dealer as well. Yeah,
4 teraflops with the same upgraded CPU, blah blah blah. You know, so a capable 1080p 60 machine.
But I also heard from not those same people that it could be 7 teraflops.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I think I heard dealers say that too.
It's 7.2, I believe, and that would be more logical only because, you know, if you go off of the casual gamer who just might see T-flops and go, oh, what do I want more? You know, when it comes down to it, if you're going to get the Xbox One X or the Series S, you see that 7.2, you got higher T-flops, you got a better CPU. I mean, a lot of people are starting to realize that certain things come into play. For
me, it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be better than the Xbox One X we have now.
I just think Sony's done it before. Let's be honest, $600 console. They've got two consoles. And the reason why I'm saying if the all digital one is the one with the double the hard drive or SSD space, and everybody's more people are going towards all digital, and you'll see it all over Twitter. And people don't care; all they know is they buy games digitally. I think Sony's thinking, and I could be wrong, and I may be wrong. I mean, probably am gonna be wrong, but my thought is they could sell that for $600 and people eat that shit up, especially casual that don't know anything.
You know what your point with their price is? That when they came out of the PlayStation 2 era, the highest selling console of all time, okay, they came out of that and they said we could do what we want, and they released the PlayStation 3. Because keep in mind, I was a PlayStation 2 player. I didn't even pick up an Xbox original. I didn't pick up the OG ever, and I was like, I can't buy this. Like, this is too expensive. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they're in the same, because they just have such a lead and everything else.
That's my point too, Chris. They're very comfortable and they're sure of themselves, like they were in the PS2 era. So I'm thinking they might go that $600 route again. Exactly. That's what you're getting at. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's my thought on it.
Is Wilmy in the chat?
He was.
He was, yeah.
Just
yeah, sorry, I was busy
also, guys, don't forget,
ninjas.
casuals always go for the cheapest.
Well, yes, but Sony is very, very full of themselves right now, just like they were in the PS2 era, and they brought out a $600 console, and then they had the other one that was a little cheaper, and now they got two cheap again, and digital's more of a thing now. I'm just putting it out there. That's what I think, and I'm probably wrong. Sony, I mean, they might come out and they'd be 3 or 4 or 5 for either one.
Well, here's the thing about Sony. I don't know actually if I'm going to say this properly, but they do listen to their customers, but almost to a fault. If you know what I mean? Like the fact that when they came out with the PS4, it was all about games. Games. They didn't care about TV like the Xbox did. Was that because consumers made them think that they didn't care about TV? That's the question. Like, did they only come out with a console that basically just played games because of their fan base?
Well, we don't know, Jay. Remember, they supposedly had the camera in the box too, but after the reaction from Microsoft with the camera, with the Kinect included, supposedly they took it out and dropped the price. So we don't actually know if that's true. We don't actually know what Sony's direction was going to be, because supposedly they altered course after the reaction to Microsoft conference in 2013.
Right. Yeah, also when you look at the price, like from 2013, when you looked at the spreadsheet, like the screen they had up with the prices, it looked cheap, man.
Well, yeah, it looked like they did it in the back room.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. They could have been going that whole TV route too. Well, because why else? I mean, because they mirror. But a lot of times the companies, the video game companies, they mirror in some ways. They do. They have for years. So Sony could have been going in that same direction. But when Microsoft they got their ass handed to them in 2013 on stage when people disliking it, they said, "Oh, somebody come up with some real quick graphics. Take this, rewrite the whole narrative, and take the damn camera out the box." You know that. That's the thing.
I mean, we've seen multiple companies make these mistakes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they continue to do them, which is hilarious to me. You know what I mean? So let's say hypothetically, Series X and PlayStation 5, they're neck and neck through the whole fucking generation, this upcoming one. And then we'll watch Xbox fuck up again. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're not used to having the clout. You know what I mean? Like, dude, these companies need to keep their narrative. You know what I'm saying? Just like we say about in social media and stuff. Keep your narrative, okay? Like right now, Xbox looks very consumer friendly. I have a lot of people that are hardcore PlayStation gamers that are at least considering, which I'm surprised, getting a Series X, because they don't feel like they have to spend their entire savings on trying to get all the games and everything else, and they enjoy playing the older games, and they don't know if they have to buy them or buy them again, or they can't transfer them over. Like they're mad confused right now.
Hey, Indy, how's it going, buddy?
And PlayStation hasn't really clarified it, and that's what I was more hoping for from this event. Like, clarify your stance on the games that
shit.
the games that are older, but they're not old enough where you don't care anymore. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing they clarified for me is that they're gonna leave the PlayStation 4 crowd behind because all the PlayStation 5 games are only coming on PlayStation 5. I do understand that standpoint, like that they want to just only like innovate with the games, like their first party, right? Because otherwise it's gonna use the same hard drive thing, because they need to also use the 4 as a benchmark. No, they don't need to.
My thing is, you ever heard that old saying, if you forget the mistakes of the past, you're bound to repeat them in the future? And I think Sony has got to, they're so comfortable and just sure of themselves that I think they're gonna pull a $500-$600 console. I really do. I honestly do.
So hypothetically, right now, and I'm just gonna ask this question and shut up. What would have to happen in July for some PlayStation more or less casuals, not the hardcore that talk shit to us on Twitter, but the casual that has a PlayStation? What do you think Xbox has to pull out to make them change their mind?
Well, I'll tell you right now, one thing, we're all used to paying high price for consoles when it first launches. It's been that way for decades.
Yeah.
I mean, but
early adopters should expect to pay more.
Yeah.
No, exactly. The biggest thing that I have is I got a lot of buddies who have kids that are getting older now, that are 8, 9, getting to be 10 years old, and they're wondering why we always play all the same games, and they can't figure out that I'm doing digital and I'm game sharing.
Yeah.
They're buying 2 copies of each game right now.
Woo.
They're thinking the same thing. The same thing we did in 360 era. We bought 2 games if we had 2 consoles at the house, Now they're thinking game sharing. That's the way to be, because it saves you $60 on every new game you buy.
Yeah.
I mean, that pays for itself right there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. you can actually game share on PlayStation too. I don't think a lot of people know that.
Can you digitally share?
No.
You can't.
I do want to say you can't. Like, I need to be signed in my friend's account if I want to play his games.
Well, I know you can. I've read on it, but I don't have any on PlayStation that I would.
I got 2 buddies who have kids, and they buy two copies of each game they buy.
Like, I have a roommate, and we both have a PlayStation, and we have like both accounts signed in on either PlayStation. I need to sign in on his account to play his games. Like, I bought a couple of games.
Oh, so but you guys can't play the same time then if he's on another console?
No. I bought a couple of games on his account, and I need to sign in on his account if I want to play those games, because they wouldn't let me use them when my account is signed in.
Yeah, you have to sign in.
You don't have to be signed in on Xbox. As long as you set your console as the game share console, or not the home console, then you can game share. It doesn't matter if I'm logged in or not.
Oh yeah.
I will never have to know my password whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
It's under his username on his Xbox. And then on that Xbox can play the game.
And you know what? I'm going to call Xbox right now. I hear a lot of people, I had a good thread going of people saying, because you can only game share with one other console. You know what I'm saying? So, let's take Game Pass Ultimate and be like, Game Pass Ultimate Family Plan, $30, $40 a month. And you can add, up to 5-6 consoles, or there's a lot of huge families that are like, well, I have 4 Xboxes and I'm basically paying the $30 a month anyway. So why not just, null and void that, you know what I mean? And give the option. I mean, that's something that I would like to see from them, and hopefully they do it down the road.
Get the ball, Jay.
Man. I'll tell you why.
I don't want
because on the Switch, do you know what happens? You can have a family package on the Switch, right? With 5 Switches. You just make like on your account online. You can put other people's Switch accounts on there as your family. So I'm like with a group that I use like $4 for a whole year to get my free Switch like subscriber thing set up. So
that's just for their online games, though, right? That's just for the.
No, that's for like the whole stuff.
Or does that work for all digital purposes? So I don't buy my Switch digitally. I buy all physical for Switch.
No. You have like the
Netflix does it too, though. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do it.
No, I agree. I think a family plan would be great. We have 4 of them in this house. We do 2 ultimate accounts, and then we buy 2 purchases if everybody wants the same game. So if we do like $30, Call of Duty, we do 2 games, we'll buy 2, but it beats better than back in the day. We were doing 3 back in the day for Call of Duty Black Ops. Can't tell you how many copies of that game I have.
Wait, are you guys talking about Xbox?
Xbox, yeah.
Yeah, I thought Xbox had the family plan.
No.
That everyone in the family can have their own gold account by paying
once. Only if you are on the same console.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, only on the same console. Yeah, that's right.
Only on the same console.
I was thinking the same thing too.
Consoles, you don't have a family, you can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that they should work. I mean, they can do it. They can do it. You know what I'm saying?
What are they gonna do with that DRM? Weren't they gonna do like 6 shares per disc? So even if you bought a physical, you could still share that disc. You could
that would have been nice, huh? They're like, no, we look back on that.
But then everybody mentioned, oh, this is how we share games, so they took it away, and that's why they came up with Game Share. Yeah, before was you could use that code for 6 different people. They didn't have to even have the physical media on it.
Yeah, that would have been epic, and now we're like, well, we shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, nobody wanted to have DRM. Now look at.
By the way, they're also gonna fuck us with like the codes. I heard like when you buy the new console, the Xbox One X Cyberpunk edition, the code is in the console itself.
Yeah,
like, you can't even share that.
They had people stealing the code out of the box.
Yeah.
That was the reason why they did it. So I don't know. Don't get me wrong. There's 2 sides to the coin, because I'm sure it happens. Like, all you gotta do is open the box up. If you're working at even Amazon, like, you do just reoink real quick. I mean,
would you not want that code though? Why would you buy the special edition console? Why wouldn't you want that code? 90% of us are gonna want that code to play the game, right?
Well, no,
Yeah,
I mean, you have people that want to give it away. That's the point.
I do hear that the new Xbox is also gonna like do the same thing. So it's all on the console, like the Game Pass and the Ultimate or normal. Like the Game Pass Ultimate is gonna be on the console. Like when you sign in, that you have to accept the stuff on your console.
Well, the way around that is, then I guess they log in with their username, and password, and you log in and accept it under their profile. I guess if you want to share with somebody you know.
I don't think that's silly though. They should give us the option.
I can't say I don't care either way about it. I guess if I'm buying a special edition console, I want that game too.
And I do want to say, if the code is that easily taken from the box, I think it should be hidden better.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Well, the only way to hide it is just to put it on the console itself, have it embedded. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. I'm impartial to it.
What was that thing I was hearing? Oh God, was it last night? Was one of Bloom's podcasts? They were talking about that. Like the initial codes are going away, and they're doing something different with the Series X, like because of codes getting stolen. And like the codes or whatever that you would get in the box for the game or something extra is going to be embedded. That they're changing it. It's going to be embedded in the console.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
yeah, that's how I understood it.
Do you guys remember the Sega Master System had games built onto the system?
Yeah. Hang On and Safari Hunt was in my Sega Master System when I bought it. There was no cartridge.
No, I had cartridges for mine, but there was this maze game that was built into the machine itself too.
Well, mine when I bought my Sega Master, I didn't buy it. My mom and dad did for Christmas one year. The Hang On and Safari Hunt was in the console. All I had to do was turn it on, and the game's loaded up.
Right.
So same like with the Astro Bot thing with the PlayStation 5.
Is Astrobat built in?
The new one, the playground, the new playground one in the PlayStation 5 should be built in. They said.
I don't know. I know that there's that Astrobot playroom you can play now, but I don't remember.
No, it's gonna be way more different.
Well, I mean, when you got a console like that, you got to build them in because you don't have Game Pass, right?
Yeah, I guess got a good point there.
I'm just saying, like, dude, like, I'm gonna be able to, like, I have games that I haven't completed. You know what I'm saying? And if I go buy a Series X, I mean, yeah, it's gonna take some time to download them all and everything else. But I'm hearing that it like as soon as I boot it up, it's already gonna start downloading like my library. And
I love Game Pass. Fuck yeah, Game Pass.
There you've been, Sonic. Been waiting for you to show up.
Been waiting on you all night, buddy. Good time to show up.
But I mean, in all seriousness, like it's pretty incredible that we have this library of games that is going to just go right over to the next console and have up res and frames per second higher on the console. I think that's pretty freaking cool. And
what is it with the lighting too? What all the games?
Ray tracing.
Ray tracing, yeah, like Minecraft. I mean, it's just
HDR,
automatically done.
HDR.
Yeah. Well, I'm just shocked with the built-in games. You know, we had that back in the day in old school consoles. You know, I was saying everything old is new again.
Pretty much. Still work then, it'll work now, right?
Oh yeah, of course. But the regular codes, like you buy, like the card codes you buy at the store, or that's not going away. It's just the ones that are in the box.
Unless you're a PlayStation exclusive that has to repurchase the game as a remaster, right?
Yes. Miles Morales, we're looking at you.
It's PlayStation like GTA 5. On PlayStation 5.
Yeah, what? Okay, so I missed that announcement of GTA 5. What were they saying about that? So it's another remaster.
If you purchase it, that's what they said, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken.
If you already have it, you get the update for a certain amount of time on the PS5 for free, like timed, and then before it comes out, you get like $1 million of GTA bucks a month.
Yeah, from now until then.
Until it releases.
I'm a little upset about that. I got a lot of hours in GTA.
So were
5.
they focusing on the online?
I think that's
no, the full game, man. Also the full game, but also online.
It's just the updatedness of it is for online only, though. They're not updating the story or anything or any DLC. The expanded is going to be online.
Yeah, but it's gonna look better. It's gonna look better. And it's gonna run better.
I saw that, and I was like, throw that shit.
I don't know. I have Grand Theft Auto 5 on the computer as well, and it looks fan-fucking-tastic.
I'll take a page out of King. Throw that shit in the bushes.
Fuck yeah, by now, God, that's a 360 PS3 game, era game. Holy crap!
Did you see that?
Between the two, between 360 into the one. But.
That's how you started off your event. Is freaking 360 textures and PlayStation. It looked like the worst game I've ever seen on what I was saying. But of course, I'm watching in 1080p, 30 frames per second, and I waited 2.5-3 hours trying to find a 4K stream, and all they sent was trailers, and I'm like, trailers is not the freaking stream. And they were in 4K, but they were still 30 frames per second. And I'm like, okay, everything's gonna be 30 frames per second. I already have that on my Xbox One X, 4K 30, 4K 30, 4K 30. Like, come on.
By the way, guys, do you know what that means for the new consoles when the update comes out? They're gonna go back to the blades of grass to see who's better.
No, it'll be the same argument but different.
Yeah, they always trying to spin it.
Whose lights in a tunnel pop in?
Well, I mean, look with the SAT edition for PS. They busted our balls for the SAT edition for the S, and then they're gonna do this time around.
Yeah, but
I don't hear to clap back on that.
Oh no, you did. There hasn't been any. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, they get a digital!" Just watch reaction videos from some Sony guy. They're like, "Oh my god, I'm going this way. I'm going, bro. All digital." That's amazing, Sony. Nobody's done it yet.
No more scratch disc. Yes.
Now I don't need to go to the store anymore. I can just stay at home all
I
time.
can sit at home for 5 days, eat fucking Cheetos, and not go anywhere.
Sounds like a good idea, actually.
Jalapeno Cheetos. So that's
There you
my
go.
favorite.
The hot pan shit is my favorite too.
Yeah, those are
You
good.
did give me cheese, man.
My bad.
Jalapeno.
They're better than the flaming hot.
No, Flamin' Hot's too much.
Like
Like
what are we
jalapenos.
talking
like,
about Doritos?
Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Okay, no.
Cheetos.
Okay, if
I
you're
just
talking
want
about
the normal
Doritos,
cheese ones.
nothing beats sweet chili heat.
Oh, I love those.
Sweet chili's good.
Yeah,
I
I love
bought
those.
them by
sweet
mistake.
chili
They
heat
were
is-
nacho ones
yeah.
one time. They were delicious.
The spicy nacho isn't bad though for
Did you-
Doritos.
No, they're not.
Did you guys ever try remember a couple, like, 4 or 5 years ago when Doritos had those really hot and then the
The
medium?
degree
and the light-
heats.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
my God.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I missed the jalapeno 3Ds.
The 3Ds.
Remember the 3Ds?
Period.
yeah.
Period. The 3Ds. Period. Period. I
Guys.
missed all the 3D Doritos.
By the
Yeah.
way, did someone of you guys, because it was not in Belgium, we couldn't get them. But like, I know there were green Doritos as well for the Xbox Xbox One X, like type of deal. They made
No.
like green.
I remember them, but I don't believe
Yeah.
that I ever saw them in person.
I didn't.
With a guacamole flavor?
I don't
don't
remember
know,
what
but
I think
it
they were
looks
just
like-
green.
Looks like vomit.
Yeah, puke or something.
They were called barf Doritos.
Pop Doritos.
I never saw them in person.
Did
I
you ever
remember-
try them, Flamish?
He was a
If I
PS5
could-
fan.
I would
PlayStation fan at the
actually,
time.
if I could get them in Belgium, I would have tried them. Yeah, because I always like weird foods.
I almost think they probably are delicious, and we just wouldn't try them because of the damn color.
It's like that
So
green
for
and purple
me-
ketchup.
For me, it's even like, do you know back in the day there was ketchup that was green?
Yeah.
Green
And
ketchup.
purple. Yeah, purple
Oh yeah,
ketchup.
you get it
Yeah,
colored.
purple as well. Purple as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and I
just
think they
ate
even
that.
had it clear at one
Just
time.
food coloring, isn't it?
Yeah, just look, dude. But when you get that on your plate for the first time, I'm like, what the fuck did you put on my plate?
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Well, even like mayo chop, like that shit's actually really good.
You know what? Anytime I put mayo on something, I use my ketchup too. So
That's the same
No,
here.
I always
That's how I roll.
My
I
boss
always
man,
go when like mayo and ketchup together is like cocktail.
my
I
boss,
love cocktail.
when I'm eating during the day with my boss man, he takes mayo and ketchup and just mixes it.
wait a second. Did you just say you eat out your bath man?
with mayo and ketchup.
No, when we're out to eat somewhere, like at a fast food place, he'll take mayo and ketchup and just mix them.
Damn right.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I can't.
No.
I like them both. I can't do that.
Do it on my
Now,
hot dogs too.
now, if they get mixed after I take a bite of the burger, I'm fine with it. But I can't do it visually.
By
for
the way-
us that are in America, the at Walmart there's this chipotle mustard. The
Yeah.
shit is amazing.
You lost
It
me
is
at mustard,
so
man. I
good.
hate mustard.
Oh man,
I got a-
mustard.
I got the
Couple
Chipotle ketchup too here.
You-
I got a
your
couple
girl-
of questions
your-
about food.
Your girl said
Full
mayo.
of mayo.
Mayo chip is my jam.
Hey, yeah, she loves it. She loves it. She does. It was good though. I think it was Heinz, because Heinz has a very thick mayo, but it's very similar to Hellman's, which I was kind of So I was kind of off put. I was like, oh, this isn't bad. Like usually, like if Hellman's is out, because you know that happens sometimes. Like you're just like, oh, I'm gonna grab some mayo. Oh shit, there's no
They're out of
mayo.
Hellman's.
You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, well, I got this coupon for Heinz. Let me try it. And it's a little thicker, but it tastes almost exactly the same. And I was
You
like,
guys-
okay,
you
this
guys-
isn't bad.
You gotta try that Duke's mayo out. Delicious.
It's like that. It's mayo like that. It's like something about Mary, where it's like just hanging and it's congealed.
I did some questions about food, like because Belgium, like the Europe, and then America is way different for food. So like with mayo, do you have the two flavors, the lemon one and the
No.
X one?
I got a question for you,
No.
Flamish.
Yeah.
We all know this if we've seen Pulp Fiction, but what do you call a quarter pounder with cheese over there?
Quarter pounder with cheese? What the hell is that?
A quarter-pound burger with cheese.
Yeah.
No,
At
dude,
McDonald's.
we have
At
like
McDonald's.
a regular burger.
Like in,
It's
like in
a
McDonald's.
103-gram burger with cheese. Right there.
I'm
Like it-
so like insane how many type of different menus you have over there. We just have a medium and a large, and the large is just a bigger bag of fries.
You guys-
we don't have a bigger
And
burger.
when you go to Burger King, what do you order? Burger-wise.
We can like order just the normal, like you have the Whopper, and then
What do you call the size of the meat that's on the Whopper?
It's usually it's usually like a weight.
Well, where I was going with that is if you watch Pulp Fiction, John Travolta's character, he's talking to Samuel L. Jackson. They're talking about fast food. I think they're talking about McDonald's. They talk about the ketchup and the mayo thing too. He's like, you know, I don't remember what country he says. It's overseas
I
somewhere.
think it's France. I think he's talking about France.
Yeah, and he's like, you know,
like here.
he's like, you know, they don't call a quarter pounder. You know, he said, no, you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in whatever country he's talking about. And Samuel L. Jackson character goes, no. He goes, don't they call it a quarter pounder with cheese? He said, no, bro, they don't use the metric system. He's like, well, what do they call it? They call it a royale with cheese. That's why I was asking. Is that
Oh yeah. So what we have here in Belgium is like the double steakhouse is just 2 burgers with 2 flaps of cheese with some bacon. It's like the biggest burger I can get. I
Did you
can
say
maybe
2
like order
flaps?
2
Yes,
flaps
2
of
flaps.
cheese.
That sounded nasty.
I like 2 flaps, but I don't want it to taste like cheese.
Some cheesy flaps.
Oh God! Oh God!
When you have like cheddar.
I can go somewhere with that.
Yeah, that's some cheddar.
Hey,
Cheddar cheesy flaps.
how
Did you
many
forget this is Retro Renegades? That's where we go with everything.
how many teeth flaps is that, Flamish?
From under cheese.
No, but like what I can do a max of 3 patties with 3 flaps of cheese with 3 things of bacon. That's like the
triple
biggest
kill.
thing I can do. Like when I see America and you had this one like big crazy documentary about food in America.
Yeah, it's
like,
Super Size Me.
yeah, Super Size Me.
Yeah,
Dude,
supersize me.
those menus, they keep going. There's like getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm like, what the fuck? We don't have that here.
It sounds like a freaking man-eater.
Yeah, like honestly, even us Canadians, we see the size differences from what you get in the United States than what you get in Canada. Like I was in the States several times, and everything in the States is bigger and cheaper. It's like no wonder there's like some kind of like an obesity epidemic.
No
going
wonder
on.
damn Americans is fat.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my gut right now.
Yeah, I'm about doing the same thing.
Hey
Like,
guys,
we don't have that in Canada.
Hold on.
You go
Jay,
to Canada, you buy a Big Mac, you pick it up with a tweezer.
You
No,
need a
but-
magnifying glass to see what.
But then that makes me wonder, like, wouldn't the Canadian franchises look at the Americans as a basis on what they were going to offer? But our portions are not near as big and not near as cheap.
Jay,
It's
he'd
the whole
be
thing.
like,
It's the whole mentality of more is better.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess in the United States.
I put-
Or Americans just expect more at like fast food places or something. I don't think.
Hey, another beats a triple Whopper cheese, guys.
Woo! Triple Whopper. God bless you,
Oh my
sir.
God, I've never had a double Whopper.
I'm a Wendy's man, Baconator, baby. Let's go.
I've never had a triple Whopper.
Okay.
I need a Dave with the triple patty.
You will never eat at Wendy's again when I tell you the story. There was one time me and my wife and my kids were younger. We went to Wendy's and went to the bathroom. Walked into the bathroom. There was napkins smeared with blood all over the floor in the bathroom. Okay? We got grossed out. We went and talked to the staff and said, by the way, you may want to get someone to go look at your bathroom. There's blood and stuff smeared all over the floor and on the wall. And get this, the staff laughed at us and said, oh yeah, we heard that happened, but nobody has gone in to check on it.
Oh my god.
And from that day, we have not gone back to Wendy's.
And that sounds like a Canadian thing.
What?
Yeah, they're all crazy over there.
Yeah, if we're in America, we would have brought our French fries inside there with us.
Oh, yeah. God.
French fries should have been full of blood.
And take the flaps of cheese with you too. I get it.
You're all some red devils.
We have a like a top priority now in Belgium. This like the first KFC launched with us in like Antwerp. That's like one of the big towns in Belgium. So the first KFC in Belgium launched recently. So,
You see what HDK said in chat? You don't get free refills in the Netherlands, and he says also they only have 3 ice cubes max. 3 ice cubes? You fucking
a lot of places in Europe like that drink all their soda and beer warm. Ugh.
okay, but I do want to know if that's Burger King, because the Burger King in Holland that I know, it's Netherlands is Holland. How we speak it in Flemish. I never known any Burger King that has like no refills or no ice cube limit. Never seen that,
So in Canada, they don't have, in a lot of the fast food places, they don't have the soda dispensers on the outside. So you have to actually go to the counter to get a refill, and you have to pay for it.
I know. Oh, we have to pay for it, but you always have to take back up the counter.
By the way, do you know how many stupid people there are that fill their drinks and then go for the ice cubes? I always see that.
No.
Well, that way your soda doesn't fizz.
No, dude. Then you see like the ice cubes go in, but they go in so hard that it just splashes around.
That sounds like a Belgian problem. Oh man, that's funny how we're see. This is what I love about doing this uncast, is that we just all have different perspectives. Jago's from south, I'm from north, frickin' Jay's from way up north.
I'm from way north.
The Flamish is from out east, and then Infinite. I'm sorry,
in PA.
I don't. You're in PA, okay? So
I'm right off the lake.
you're mid east, okay, somewhat mid east.
I
Is
do have a
PA
question.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
So
I'm thinking
are
you
you a
say-
Pittsburgh? Are you a Pittsburgh Penguins fan?
I am a Penguins fan.
Did you know that Sidney Crosby's from my hometown?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia.
Damn right. Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon. But Nathan McKinnon's playing for Colorado now?
I stopped following hockey after my Devils suck really bad after Marty Brodeur left.
Yeah, I mean, he had enough Vesnas under his belt. He was fine.
Marty Brodeur is the greatest goalie of all time.
No,
Sorry,
Patrick Roy is the greatest goalie.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
Yes, Patrick Roy.
I don't know anything about
I
it.
watched this guy on on YouTube does fish. Lives in Nova Scotia. Does a bunch of fish tanks in his house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big.
He has a YouTube channel about fish?
Yeah, about home aquariums. No, he has like 1 million followers.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that just goes to show all these people that are jumping onto YouTube thinking, oh, I'm going to get into gaming and get popular and get rich. No fucking way. You got to have a niche product to make any kind of money on YouTube. It's true.
ASMR is one of the most popular things these days.
You know what my niche is? I'm loud, opinionated, and I don't give a fuck. There you go.
My niche is that I'm old and I like old games, and if you don't like what I do, don't fucking watch. That's my niche.
I'm the happy gamer.
What the fuck?
What the hell is that?
A dog, I guess. I think he may be like.
Dog's like, pay attention to me, motherfucker.
You know what Super's niche is? Here's Super's niche.
Guys, I'll suck knob for a year of Game Pass.
Oh my God. Oh, he'll never live that down.
I
You
know,
better
you know
not
what?
let him live that down.
I kind of feel bad because if he's really sick right now, I'll kind of feel guilty. Kinda.
No, we're probably
Yeah.
making him laugh right now. He's probably
hope
not.
so.
He's probably listening.
I
or he's
hope
gonna
it-
listen
if-
later.
Yeah, definitely. If he's not feeling well and he's listening, I hope this kind of gives him a smile on his face.
Guys, Beardy Mac is asking us what we thought of the PlayStation show last week.
You know what my thing is? I'm kind of like you, Crispy. The more I drink beer, the more I give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was impressed with 3 games: Dark Souls or Demon Souls.
Demon Souls.
It's basically the same fucking game. I mean, sorry.
No.
They basically revamped all the games, but that one looked the best. It did. I think anybody that was watching on a TV could say that looked the best, which is a remaster, which is kind of weird. Just saying. Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon 2.
It's Horizon Zero
Okay.
Dawn 2. I heard you on Xbox podcast.
Well-
It's HCD 2, damn it.
Okay, that looked the second best. The most impressive was Ratchet and Clank, which
Yeah.
you know, like I said before, if you're a Ratchet and Clank, like, dude, I played what 5, 6 of them throughout the PlayStation eras. I mean, I was like, that's not the Ratchet and Clank I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was impressive, but after that, you basically had 14 cartoony games.
Yes.
And a couple games that were in between, like, that felt like either other games, like, I mean, was it Pragmata? Felt like Death Stranding with holograms.
Is that the one? Is that the one with the space, the astronaut, or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, and I was like, well, this looks interesting, but then I was like, okay, is there actual combat, or are you just trying to prevent yourself from dying?
You didn't see shit.
Well, I saw you're preventing yourself from dying, which
That's
you
it.
do in Death Stranding.
Yeah.
I mean, up until a point that I never got to, you know, because I've seen streams of parts that I was like, I got 4 hours in, I was like, yo, and this was right before Redbox died as far as games. I was like, yo, you can have this shit back. I'm done. And, you know, I saw the same type of elements. Like, I understand why people like these games. I get it. I totally get it. They want to feel emotion, and I understand that. But for me, I want to feel less emotion because I feel enough at work. You understand what I'm saying? So when I go onto Xbox, I talk to people. I enjoy their time. I get to play multiplayer games seamlessly. A lot of the games you can't play on PlayStation, okay? And it comes down to the experience that I have for myself. And that's where I go and say, I don't hate you for loving a game. I don't. But don't sit there and hate me for loving my games. You know what I'm saying? And that's where, especially on Twitter nowadays, I feel like there's a huge disconnect. Yes, there's a lot of people that agree with me, and I appreciate all of them. Because you know what? In the end, you have a PlayStation experience, which is, for the most part, single player. Yes, you have multiplats like Xbox that are multiplayer. But on Xbox, I have single player, multiplayer in most of their games.
Do 3, Jet.
Or I just have
No, no, 2-1
multiplayer
first.
exclusives.
Okay,
And
one's good too.
and it's very hard for people to fathom that people enjoy multiplayer games apparently in the PlayStation community. Now, like I said, there's a few, even Jago, like, he loves Days Gone.
I did.
You know what I mean? And most people trash that game. I haven't played it, but I just see what I see, and I'm still like, well, you know, that's not necessarily what you experience. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the point I try to make to people. Like, you need to experience it yourself. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna go and buy an Xbox and not go on, if you're on Twitter, not gonna go buy an Xbox and then gonna not reach out to people and like, hey, I want to play some multiplayer games, and then go and trash it after and say that I couldn't find anybody to talk to. Well, you do have looking for group, which I see pop up on my Xbox all the time. You do have all of these different tools that PlayStation just doesn't have. And I'm sorry. Like, I get that you guys love single-player games. I can barely get through the ones that are on Xbox. It's hard for me.
Well, that's all we had growing up. You know, when you come from the Atari era, like we did, and then the Nintendo NES, there was no internet. So you start there, and you develop a passion for those type of games.
And I don't have that passion anymore, dude. I was a single child, okay? I have no passion for it. I have more passion for gaming with other people.
Yeah,
I have more passion for that.
It depends on the game for me. Like Mortal Kombat, love that. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Or like a shooter, I love that. I love that shit too. It's just I suck half the time at shooters. I'm not as good as I used to be anymore. So sometimes I don't want to play that.
But dude, Gears, the people I play with, dude, like this is what people don't understand. The people I play with are so much better than me that I'm always sitting at the bottom. But I'm just enjoying the conversation. That they are such cool people that they'll never throw me. And sometimes all of a sudden I shoot up to the top. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I go and say, like, am I truly bad at the game? You know what I'm saying? Or am I just enjoying the game and not giving a fuck? And that's where I go and say, I don't give a shit. And we love beer, and that's my biggest problem. Beer.
Actually, you know, that is my biggest problem, that I like beer way too much.
Like I was in a party. I was playing Killer Instinct by myself Saturday night, but I jumped in the party chat with Cyber Gunner, Game Down Sights, a bunch of, and we just bullshitted. We bullshit about looking up how you can see how many hours you had in the game, because I'd forgotten. We figured it out, and we were just going through the games, and all of us were on different games except for a couple of people, and we were just sitting there having a blast. So I enjoy that shit sometimes too, but sometimes the single player in me likes to sit down. I don't want to talk to nobody. It's not being antisocial. It's like I'm tired. I don't feel like talking. You know, I really don't want to converse right now. I just want to sit there and be like almost like numb and play a single player game. You understand that?
I have a question about Xbox Live. How many people feel weird about sending people an invite when they're playing a game and you don't want to interrupt them?
I feel weird. I feel weird singing an invite.
I jump in Division 2 with you, but I don't ever send you an invite.
No, and I appreciate that. You know, I finished that game. You kind of gave me the inspiration to keep going with that game. Not that I didn't like it, but it was kind of a, you know, I was playing a lot of it by myself. And when you jumped in and helped me so many times, it made me want to finish that game. I finished the campaign, and of course, when the campaign ends, the whole new area opens up for
the
you.
The game starts up. That's the real game.
That's the real game, exactly.
So if you're, what I do on Xbox, okay, like let's say I'm playing a different game from somebody else, but I know they play that game, or I know they have it, or whatever. But what I do is I go and try to join party. If their party's empty, that means I can invite them. That's the way I look at it. Because if they might open up a party for people to join, but they are just playing by themselves. So like Jay, dude, it
must be a me thing, because I almost feel like I don't want to interrupt people.
Yeah. So like hypothetically, Jay, like sometimes you might see me playing Gears 5, right? And you might always think I'm playing with somebody else. A lot of times I'm not. I'm just playing quick play, getting warmed up.
I'll admit that there's been times when I'm online and I want to play with you, and I see you on Gears, and I'm thinking, he's got a bunch of buddies that he's already playing with, and if I don't want to interrupt him.
So then all you gotta do is click join. Okay, if you see like sometimes I'm in parties like 12, 13 people.
That's too many.
If you see that, don't bother. But what I'm saying is sometimes you'll see nothing, or I'm not in a party or anything, or if the join party button doesn't show up, I'm not in the
You're
party.
in someone
I'm
else's
just
party,
playing,
right?
No, I'm just playing by
Oh,
myself.
Okay.
Because when you hit join party, it's going to show up whatever party I'm in.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
if there's no join, if it's blank and there's no join party or you know you can't see it, that means that I'm just playing by myself. And then if you want to play Division 2, dude, I've played Division 2 a lot. I just have nobody to play with. You know what I'm saying? Or even like Mortal Kombat. Like, dude, usually I'll play some Gears games and I'll just go to Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? So like you might just be ahead of me and be like, hey, join me. And I'd be like, hell yeah, I don't want to sit here and play with a bunch of noobs on Gears. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm doing half the time.
Right. Indy said it was cool when you sent me an invite, Jay. And then Beardy Mac, he says, I always have my phone close by when I'm gaming, so send me a message. It won't take me away from the game.
Yeah, because Beardy Mac and I played, and Indy and I played in the past, and we played, I know, was it Indy and I played, whatchamacallit?
I just feel rude sending
Streets
people.
of Rage 4.
I feel rude sending people invites, and I feel rude jumping into parties. And I think a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's that's a thing that I need to get over. Is that
you really
rude too?
Like literally, like yeah, dude, like he comes up as kneecaps on YouTube, but his name's KJ, dude. I jump in his party every time. I may be like the 8th person. But somehow he'll be like, yo, like people will drop out and I'll be playing a different game or I'll be playing quick play or something. And then I'll end up playing with him by the end of the night. And it's just, we're bullshitting the whole time. You know, we appreciate each other's company. You know what I mean? And that's what matters. Like, I appreciate your guys' company, but I feel like we don't play games enough. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
true, we don't.
Like, we can. We can.
Night or something with ourselves.
That's the whole thing. That's also this whole thing with the Gamers United Guild guys, is that, you know, we're a group of guys that are all kind of saying to each other that we're here for each other. You know, we're here to play games together and like have fun. That's the whole point of this whole gaming community, is to have fun and don't feel like you're by yourself. You know, this is we're all together in all this. You know what I mean?
No, that's just something that we need to have more Mortal Kombat nights.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, last Friday, it was more of, you know, my girl got a promotion and.
Oh no! I mean, I figured there was something up. I mean, I did bother
But
me.
this Friday, I think we're both itching to, you know. The only thing is for some reason I can't figure out how to play both of our accounts. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you got to figure that out. Really,
there's got to be a way to go. Like, search that in YouTube. I'm sure there's a way to do this.
Yeah, I gotta search it because it's just.
Hold on, I'll work my magic.
Flamish, you were supposed to be gone already.
Yeah, you were supposed to be gone an hour ago.
It was only an hour.
I think I'll have some rip with my sleep. 3 hours. Fuck. No. Yeah. So basically, I will not be playing this Friday. It's hard for me as well to like do it in the night. If it's like at 11 in the evening, at what time is that your?
It's 6 for me. It's 6 for me.
Probably 6.
Would that be too early?
For me,
I could play with you this Friday. I can play with you. You gotta send me an invite, or because like I have it attached to my phone. So if you send me a message like, hey, you want to play, like I'm gonna see it eventually. You know what I mean?
Nights are rough for me because that's me and the old ladies' night, just to relax and drink and enjoy each other's company. But Saturdays I'm always free, all day long.
Like 6. Only thing with 6, Flamish says is I don't know if I'm be home. If I'm home at 8 and all that, yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, but that's like 1 again, and I don't want like my schedule. This is okay, like 1 time a week to do it. But like every week, 2-3 days, like 2 days mostly. It's gonna be hard for me. Like I feel also with my schedule.
Dude, you gotta put the money first. You do.
Yeah,
I mean, regardless, man.
I do have enough money. I do have enough cash.
Buy a couple
can
Red
buy-
Bulls now on the way to work.
Dude, I can buy whatever I want. Red Bull, nah.
Okay, so send some of that our way.
Jade, I did to you though.
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I could not be doing what you're doing, Flamish. I would not be able to have my ass at work the next day. I'm telling you that right now.
But that's the thing, guys. Like,
Yeah, but he's not drinking Natty Daddies, bro.
I ain't either. That one's done. I already drank one.
Well, I can't switch beers.
Maybe
I
it's a
have the same
twist
thing the
plot.
entire day.
Maybe it's a twist plot, and I'm just not going to work.
there are people out there that just gab and talk, and they make tons of money, and there's people like us that actually have to work for our money. So
Yeah,
Son
I have
of a
to work
bitch.
for my money as well. I do want to say, like, all things I'm spending now is for my channel, for my Twitch, for everything to grow. So that's all I'm spending now, and a little bit on the side, like my keyboard that you saw, Jay. My nice fancy new keyboard. So
it's really
to
nice.
learn how to play piano. So
Yeah,
that's all.
no, it was a cool keyboard.
But I'm gonna go, guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
go have a
get some
sleep.
sleep, bro.
Yeah, go to sleep, brother.
That's
Big
right.
drink.
Make
Three
sure
hours.
Be
you
good.
put your hands down your pants. Fall asleep.
Well, first fall asleep on one of your hands, make it numb, then put your hands on your pants.
Dude, I've tried them like multiple times.
Flamish, salute, dude. Like, dude, you got a better graphic than I do, dude. Awesome, and welcome to Retro, bro. You are family, and you know we appreciate you, man.
Oh
You
yeah.
absolutely do.
Yeah, it's all thanks to Jay, the graphic, though. It's my idea.
I know. I was kind of being nonchalant about it, but
I know. But thanks, guys. I'll always enjoy being here, and I will always will. So
Be
I'll see
good,
you
brother.
guys.
Get some rest.
get some
Yeah,
sleep,
I will.
go to work, bang that shit out. There you go.
I'll
Or bang that shit out, then go to work.
I'll message in 3 hours how it goes. So
Beat that shit out, then go to work.
see you later, guys.
Later.
See ya.
Later, man.
So yeah, I mean, Friday some Mortal Kombat. We can actually do some MKX 2 or fucking some Injustice 2 or whatever the hell we can do. I don't care.
Well, MKX I have. I just have to download it if you want to do it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Hello.
I'm just saying we could do it. I mean, if you get it, because I got it. You know what I'm saying? We can do Killer Instinct too. How about that? Hey,
How about that?
it's free to play.
I'd love to. I'd love to actually get schooled in.
I gotta have my girl keep her interest, bro. You have to realize that.
Has she played Killer Instinct?
I don't think so, but
Well, there you go. Orchid, baby. She probably love Orchid. Orchid pets her pussy.
I love Orchid.
Orchid's fucking awesome. I'm telling you that right now. You need to get on that. Download it. If you ain't got it, it's still free to play.
I downloaded it. I gotta reinstall it.
Well, if you got
But I'd have to delete a game. So which game am I gonna delete?
My Little Pony Simulator.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Shower with
The
daddy.
only one I haven't played in a long time is Dying Light.
I'm
That's
having
about
the Hollywood.
Oh
I
my
haven't
god, I played everything with that game. I
haven't played that.
100% it, but I loved it.
I haven't played it since 2015 when it came out, and
I
it's
haven't
not.
played it at all.
There's still updates going on with it. I think Dying Light 2 is gonna come out like next year now.
Just delete something that you haven't played in a long time, like you said, Dying Light. I mean, I don't even have Dying Light installed anymore. I finally like uninstalled it, so like
I'll
I'm
buy
not going back. Buy
Yeah,
what?
but that game's so much fun. You can play with 4 people if you want to. Like that's crazy.
I've never played multiplayer on that game.
What?
Oh my god, it's so good multiplayer.
No, because I didn't want to play with randoms. I was like, fuck it, I'll just stick to the story.
No, you can invite people and shit. Like
Yeah, but I was like, and I read about the multiplayer, and it sounded good, but I just wasn't a big thing for me. Because I enjoyed the single player so much. I was like, yeah, it's good.
I got a problem. I go out at night too much, and I get.
You know what?
fucked up.
I got so powerful that I'd go out and I'd hunt the volatiles, whatever they were called.
Volatiles, yeah.
I would hunt them. That's how powerful I got.
See,
Yeah, no, I didn't get that powerful.
See, Inferno said he never played. I'm guessing he's talking about Dying Light. He never played multiplayer on it either.
Yeah, no, you can join people, and you can add people to join, and it's actually it's a very good game. I gotta say, it's still.
You know what was more fun multiplayer? Dead Island. I had so much fun with Dead Island. I'm not.
You and that's what's funny. Like, I didn't even realize Dead Island had multiplayer.
Yeah, I had so much fun with that game.
Because I don't want to play a State of Decay. That's too much intricate parts. I don't want to play Ark. I don't want to. I don't want to build. Yeah, I don't want to build shit.
I absolutely didn't like that about State of Decay. Was this whole shit about having to resource manage and build a community and stuff like. That was too fucking difficult. And
you just want to have fun. You just want to kill things. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah,
but that's us, though. You know what I mean?
Inferno, he said, "Did you guys see?" And to Danger Ranger is Killer Instinct. It's free to play.
Thank you for subscribing, legit gamer just subscribed. Thank you.
It has a free to play model. You won't get all the characters, but you get one or two. I can't remember. But Inferno said, "Did you guys see that Dead Island 2 gameplay from 2015, leaked a couple weeks ago?" I don't know. I remember seeing the Dead Island 2 trailer where the guy was running with his headphones in.
Yeah,
you remember seeing that?
That was all CG.
I know, but that made I was like, no, I might be interested in Dead Island 2 because he was running and shit was happening behind him and he ends up at the end turning into a zombie. I was like, holy shit, that looks interesting. Just the trailer. But no, I didn't see that.
We need another Left 4 Dead, bro. That's what we need.
You're right. But here's another thing, guys. We're all forgetting about the ultimate zombie simulator, which was, what was the one on X? Dead Rising.
Left 4 Dead?
No, Dead Rising.
Never played Dead Rising.
Was it Dead?
I feel like a noob now.
Is it Dead Rising? What Dead?
No, what's the one that came out on? It was a launch release for the Xbox One. Wasn't that Dead Rising 3?
Yeah, Dead Rising 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dead Rising 3 was amazing. Dead Rising 4 was okay. Dead Rising 3 was amazing. I beat that game 4 times, I think.
Which game?
Dead Rising.
Oh, the very first one?
Yeah, but the third one in particular. The third one was amazing.
I bought it and I played it and never beat it and I sold it.
I beat it 3 times. That's how much I love that game. They need to come out with a better version of that. I don't know what they did to 4. They did something to 4 that kind of made it less appealing. 3 was absolutely phenomenal. I loved 3.
We got Dreadpool in the chat now. Look at that.
What's happening, Dread?
What's up, Dread? But yeah, it's Danger Ranger is free to play. I think you only get 1 character or 2 characters a week. But I mean, God, Killer Instinct's got to be cheap now. Fuck.
No, it's on Game Pass, the Killer Instinct Ultimate or whatever.
I'm not sure. I'm
pretty sure it is because I played with all the characters.
Maybe it is, or I don't know. But I've never looked for Killer Instinct, so maybe it is. But even if it's not, it's got to be cheap now. Holy shit, that was a launch title.
And it's got to be on Game Pass, babe.
Yeah, just says it's in Game Pass.
Yeah, it's the full character set and everything.
Okay, yeah, all right. Well, see that you get all the characters then. There you go. Just download it, Game Pass.
Exactly. Well,
ultra.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but guess what? I keep a time. I keep a timetable. We started on time. We're ending on time.
Yep. Well, last week you went over without me.
well, we had to go over because we started late. Started late. My stream effed up.
Super pulled it out of his ass.
Super jumped in. Yeah, pulled the stream out of his ass. And we were able to actually have a show.
Yeah.
And I was so if people watching last week's show, I was so quiet throughout the whole show because I was so pissed because I had so much shit to show to people.
Yeah. Luckily,
it's all good, Jay. That's what live shows. That shit happens sometimes. You know what I mean? We didn't call it quits. We had a backup plan. Back door, baby. Woo!
Damn right.
Spit on it and slid in.
Damn right.
Or wait for it to fall asleep.
That's right. And honestly, if it falls asleep and you rub some KY on there, you can slip right in.
Yeah, hopefully she don't wake up.
Trust me. Mine usually doesn't.
Exactly. Every so often she'll look back at you and go, "What's happening? Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep."
Here, shout out to its super Infisto.
it puts lotion on its skin and rubs it in. Whatever that is.
Fraud. I secretly wish Phil Spencer would touch me.
Well, thank you everybody for showing up. We know we're the unpodcast, and that's the way we like it. We appreciate all you guys showing up and just saying hi, coming in the chat, being part of our little group. It's so much fun, and we have so much fun just like shooting the shit with you guys. So thank you very much.
Shout out to Crispy's girl for hanging for most of the show.
Exactly. Thank you,
She
Stranger
loves me,
Danger.
bro. She loves me, and I love her too. There
But
you go.
Yeah, seriously, thank you guys for hanging out. Everybody who comes and just hangs out and says, "Hey, man, we appreciate it, we really do."
We're gonna end the stream off with one of my favorite commercials of all time, and then we're gonna be out of here. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you guys next week. I'll be on Super's channel.
Yep.
Possibly.
And
yeah, let's see you
What
guys
about you were
next time.
doubling up?
What was that?
I thought you were doubling up. Since he was on, he had 2 weeks straight. You were doing 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. I might actually have to do next week too.
Uh-oh. Oh, well.
Anyway, see you guys. See you later.
Genesis does.
16-bit arcade graphics.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does.
16-bit arcade action.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis does.
16-bit
Think about it.
arcade.
They had some huge names.
on Nintendo. Genesis does.
What Nintendo don't? The 16-bit Genesis system by Sega. Genesis does it
Formula
all.
Sorta.